Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and yes, I'm pointing at you with the weird gadgets. That's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover all of the weird quirks and gadgets that this mod pack has to offer, so I hope you guys are ready. Hey Chosen crew, just wanted to sneak this in here real quick. If you guys are a Patreon, be sure to get that world download. It's going to be linked down in the description below. Guys, I hope to see you on the Discord as well, and well, let's get on with today's video. So today I want to dive into even more create. Yes, we did go ahead and get ourselves a hand block zapper, which is, I mean, super nice in itself. But there's some other things that I think could pose to be, or could be very, very useful. Such as, how about the extendo grip? Like, this is just sticks in a cogwheel. Like, it's literally just cogwheel, a stick, a brass hand, which this is, I think I have some being made over here. Yes, we have tons of brass that's being made. So like brass is not even something that's difficult to get. Let's go to make a few sheets because this is like used a lot in this mod. So let's take all of that brass. There we go. And let's go ahead and make the brass hand. That's one of the components. And this is all made here. Now I've already set up the contraption or the crafter to be able to do this. But sticks, right? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks. A cogwheel, a hand. Like, this should be pretty easy to make. Now I have sort of set out this. I hope that this works, and like this is the way that it can work. I think, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and place all the items in. Hopefully when I place the last one, it works. Yes, okay. So long as the pattern in here is defined so that way it fits the shape, I think that works. So I can have all of them activated. Good. That's good news. Just have to make sure that they fit what they're crafting, I guess. Funny thing, I did make a mistake here. This needs to be outputting to go down. There we go. Oh my gosh. Now, this tool is incredibly hilarious. So what it does is it goes in your offhand, and yeah, it's an extendo grip. It literally extends what you have in your hand and holds a mini version of it. I mean, is it really mini? Like, it doesn't work for this, but it does work for like your sword. So for example, I can be like far away, like significantly farther, like let's say from the librarian here, and I can hit it. Like, I'm able to hit that from that far away. Like, it's crazy how far away you can hit things. Not only that, I think it also helps with mining. So, like, we can technically mine a block further away as well. Let's do some testing over here on a wall, for example. I think that'd be one of the better places to do it. Yeah, how about right here? So, I can reach from all the way here. I can reach. I hear... Oh, that's me. Okay, so I can still reach this from this block. All right, let's see if I can... Let me break this block here. Let me add it. Is this going to... Yeah, let me add some blocks here. How far back can we actually go? That'd be a good number to know. It looks so funny when we place blocks. Placing blocks does the same thing. So, I can't reach from here. But this block I can reach. Actually, I think it's this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks I can now reach. What is this? Oh no, I don't want to warp home. So, with our normal hand, we can only reach from this block, I believe. Actually, I would consider it this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we're extending out 3 more blocks. I think it's worth it. Like, that's pretty cool. And what a funny animation, too, when you have, like, a sword in your hand. It's just... yeah, that's funny. So a couple of other blocks that are a little easier to craft is going to be the deforester. I just kind of want to see what all of these different items can do. And then the wand of symmetry is another one. Now, I think this does require specifically white stained glass. That's okay. We can totally make that. Let's see. We need bone. So the wand of symmetry, there we go. So we have our deforester, which I'm guessing is going to do exactly what I think is going to do by chopping the whole tree down. Similar to how the other stuff works, and it's probably going to lay the tree down or give it the effect of being laid down. But between these two, this is pretty cool. Like, so this right here, Wand of Symmetry, perfectly mirrors block placement across configured planes. So basically, if we set this up, we can, I don't know, like set this up. And is this like connected to me? How does this function? Okay, okay, so mirror once. Rectangle, okay. So there's definitely some settings here. And I don't know. Let's grab a couple of dirt blocks. I really want to test this stuff out. Like, oh. Ooh, okay. So you'd basically put this like in the center. And it would build mirrored. Oh, that's pretty cool. Does it break? Oh, it breaks as well. You know what? Basically, you could break twice as much. I wonder if this uses durability. So, like, if you're, for example, if I place this down right now and I break this block. Oh, it breaks it as well. That's crazy. So, of course, we still have another tool to test out, and, well, that is the deforester. I mean, it's pretty straightforward on what it says, but just like I expected, it does exactly what the saw does. Earlier in a episode, I did show that you could come up with a little solution with a hand crank to actually take this and put it to good use, right? You could actually use this and hand crank yourself a tree down. So like a very tall tree, you can gather quite a bit of wood. Same thing goes for this. It functions very similarly. See how the wood like lays out in the direction that you're facing. So if I break this tree here, it's going to lay on the opposite side of me. And it really shows on taller trees and things like that. So if I take down this entire tree over here, it's really going to show the difference. Like if I am standing this way, that tree is going to fall this way. Similar to how you would quote, want a tree to fall if you were cutting it down. Definitely wouldn't want a tree to fall down on you. But yeah, this definitely gives a good demonstration. Look how it fell. So it's super cool. Like I kind of like how it falls like that. It definitely seems more realistic than just all of the limbs popping. And then bam, you get this all in your inventory. Plus it kind of spreads it out, which is kind of nice. I don't know about you guys, but I literally, I'm just getting enjoyment by walking around my base, just punching air. It's hilarious looking. Like, how could you not do this? Like, look at that movement. It's just, oh, it's just hilarious. I actually really like this tool now. Wow. And it's not too difficult to make. So I was thinking to myself, there's some nice fishing mods in here. And is there a way that I can auto fish without getting into mine colonies? I would have touched mine colonies in this, but I find that mine colonies is, like I've said in the past, it is very tedious to show progress while recording. In a normal playthrough, there would be no problem. Like, or if you're playing by yourself, like it's a great mod to get into. Don't get me wrong, it is a good mod. But for recording, it's a lot of me just doing stuff off camera, which, I mean, I don't want 100% show. So, anyways, we can go ahead and do this. This is a great way to fish, right? I believe that this fisher just fishes things automatically so long as you give it power, which is crazy. Also, how do I get rid of this? How do we stop this? Is there a way to not do this? Because now it's going to be connected every time. Oh, we just click in the air. Okay, so place it down, just click in the air, and it undoes it. Okay. Anyways, I was like, why? We're going to place this everywhere, and it's going to have things trying to copy themselves. So, we need to place this in a water pool somewhere, or even in the ocean. I do want to check on it from time to time. I guess we could even have a ender chest. And I think I'm using the black ender chest. Let me go ahead and check, just to make sure that we're using the right ender chest. So yeah, it's the all black ender chest. That should be the right one. Even though I probably should change that. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, I'm going to need ink sacks for everything. So let's go ahead and make this ender chest. Just so we have a nice sort of base here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Now, I want this to be black wool. I don't know if I just have black wool laying around. All I have is white wool. So I'm going to go ahead and make this, and then I can actually dye this. I believe there's a way to get black dye without, I think charcoal can do it. Black, let's see. I know, oh, Botania. We totally have Botania. Let's go ahead and use Botania. So black, let's see. I think I have, yeah, we have the mystical flowers. Just turn these, and then we're going to need a mortar and pestle. And as you can see, when you're using JI, you don't have to be specific. You can shorthand all kinds of stuff, and it's so useful that you can shorthand. I couldn't imagine not being able to do that. So yeah, this definitely makes black dye. Yeah, look, it actually crafts right into black dye. I'm gonna need more black dye than that. So black petals, we're gonna need at least 3, and then we can dye this inner chest to match whatever we want. So yeah, with that setup, we can actually, yeah, we can dye this. We have plenty of dye. We have like unlimited dye here. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this with us. I'm thinking of using mechanism pipes. Oh, it's doing that glitch thing again. Believe me, it's gone. I think it is. Oh, it's so confusing when it does this, because now if I put that in there and I pull this out, okay, maybe I'm wrong and it actually does duplicate it. What? No, they're real. Okay. It does duplicate them. Wow. Okay, that must be the acquisition, which automatically puts it in your chest. Well, okay, that's a thing, apparently. Well, I guess I have it in your chest for later. Okay, so let's go into the pipe. We need a logistical pipe. And then I'm going to just need my configurator. That should be plenty to be able to pull out of here. We're also going to need a point, which thankfully I have one laying around. I'm going to need to farm a few things down the road. That's funny that ended up doing what it did. Believe me, I was not intending to do that. By the way, my seal is still here. In case you were missing my seal is still here, and it's still in that boat. I have not touched it. It's just doing just fine. It's just chilling. Just chilling like anything else. Okay, let me get close enough so I can access my storage here. I need to get some planks, and I think I want to set this out a couple blocks. I don't know if it can just set directly in water by itself, but 116 is kind of interesting on how it works with water now. So I'm going to place it here. I think that should be deep enough. It's got a nice reach underneath it. How's this deforester work with regular logs? Okay, it does a pretty good job. As you can see, I probably am going to need to enchant this. I think it can be enchanted. Yes, so we should be able to put the unbreaking on this if we get it down the road. All right, so I'm going to place this on the side, or should I place it on the bottom? This is a tough one. I'm going to place it on the top, and let's hope that having a pipe is not going to break the fact that it's working. Oop, it's so hard with the jetpack. Let's set that. Place that. Use our configurator. And shift and click at the same time is super hard. There we go. Okay, so this should work. We just have to make sure it gets power. And watching this, as you can see, we got a fish. It works. And that's going to start throwing everything into our inventory, like into our actual refined storage network. Pretty simple auto fisher. I mean, it does its job. And the thing is there's some really powerful gear that you can get. Hopefully we can get it. I don't know, but if we take a look at the aquaculture mod, I guess fishing is the best way to get to that mod right here. Yeah, aquaculture. AQ. There we go. So there's some pretty powerful gear. 15 attack damage on the Neptune's axe. 10 attack damage, which I think this now, because I noticed some things had changed. Mechanism's attack value had changed. It was like 15 attack damage on a obsidian sword. That was changed in a previous update since that video. And now I think this is probably one of the best swords you can get is the Neptune sword here. And this isn't horrible to get. You can actually roll a Neptune sword from one of these Neptune bounties. And if this thing actually fishes up Neptune's bounties, then we're golden, right? So long as it can fish up that stuff, like, that's awesome. Like, that's perfect. Also, Neptune's bounties, they have the chance of having Neptune ingots in them, so we could also use that later on down the road. But this is actually a pretty good sword. This is also a really nice bow. This right here increases damage against enemies underwater, which is kind of nice, especially if we go and we ever decide to go into the water and start killing things. If we ever want to get a trident, I don't know if a trident has a use in this pack. Does it have a use? Not raw. I guess it does. The Infinity Trident does exist. So that'd be kind of cool. What does the Infinity Trident do? 1 by 1 by 1 area. What can this thing possibly do? I have no idea. By the way, I did eventually get a slime ball from one of these guys. So they do give you slime balls, so I don't feel so bad for killing them. They do grant you slime balls if you kill enough, I guess. So I meant to show these off a while ago, but if we want quick travel, you can go to the end and grab some of these. They're going to be those spirally things that we found in the end. Grab some of this stuff. It's myelite, I believe. Myelite crystals. And what you can do is you can set it up somewhere, like, I believe right here. If there's... honestly, you can have it pass through anywhere. But let me see if I can't maybe go up here and try and find a good way to use these. They basically allow you to teleport through your base in different locations. I was thinking a good way would be to, like, use them up here, potentially. To get up here quickly, like if I wanted to just get up here, I would have an ender pearl and I would just hurry up here. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, well, where exactly would I put this? Maybe right here, like right here in the center. If I mine directly down, I say this, but like, where is this going to put me? Is it going to put me right in the roof? Like, if it's in the roof, I'm okay. Oh, wow, it's actually in the corner here. Well, the corner of this place, which is not exactly where I want to be. I mean, right here in the corner is actually not a horrible spot, though. Let's try this. So, I should be able to have this go straight up. Basically, if I place it here, and then I go back down, and we can just place it going down, it basically acts like a pipe. It's very cool. Like, this is a really cool thing that you can do. And if you want to set it up where it's like sticking out, you totally can. But what should happen is when I use an ender pearl in this, I get teleported to the top of this block. Same for if I want to go down, I teleport through these blocks. It's pretty cool. Like, you can't say that that's not like an interesting idea. It's almost like using an elevator, but it's not. Like, you can't shift on it. I'm just finding a way to use an ender pearl, and you just drop right through. Very neat blocks from Cork. Like, and it's not the only thing it can do. You could line them up like this, and let's just say this end right here is going to be a part where you spawn is going to be right here. But if you have two different directions, even if one's longer than the other, and you use this ender pearl here, it's going to say you have a 50% chance to spawn here and a 50% chance to spawn here. It will randomly choose where you spawn. So as you can see, it chose here this time. It chose here this time. And if you keep doing it, it chose here this time. And then over here, it may choose this side. So yeah, it's random. Things you can't do, infinite loops. This will not work. Basically what will happen is you will always end up here because this is not considered an end. Nor will this work. If this is disconnected and you use an ender pearl, it just doesn't do anything. So, other than now we have an endermite, which is now my best friend. Well, was my best friend. Now it's endermite powder, which apparently is something from Charm that has no use. But anyways, I wanted to show this real quick because I think it's definitely a feature that may go overlooked with Quark. And it may just be, it may look like a decorative block, but unless you dive in and you've seen some of Asky's Twitter posts and stuff, you may not know that this actually has this function, which is really cool. Like, It's super useful for things. So this was added, I think, a couple of updates ago, but it's called the Music Maker mod. I guess it's Zerika's, which is in a lot of this. Like this pack has a lot of those mods in here, or from that mod dev. But this one's kind of interesting, to say the least. Like, let's make a guitar, for example. Yes, it gets a little crunchy up here, but yeah, a little crunchy up in the higher register. You can see there's a little yellow indicator here, which I guess shows the register that the notes are for this instrument. Like, this is showing pretty much the register. And if you know anything about music, this kind of makes sense, right? This is your chromatic scale. And it's kind of going from C to not C. It's C, which would be F. Is my brain working? B. Sorry, not F. It would be C to B. But this right here would be your C. So, if you know anything about music, which I know not a lot of people do, I was hoping that this, like, kind of demonstrated a piano, which it kind of does. Like, it kind of does. This is technically a black note. This would be your white note. This would be your black note. This would be technically two white notes. So this doesn't seem to, like, make a whole lot of sense as far as, like, the shaping goes. And I don't know if it's because my scale is set to not auto. Like, let's try it set to auto. Does that change anything? No, it's still that way. So yeah, it's kind of weird to look at this, but there is something cool. Oh god, this is horrible when you do that. There is something cool that you can do, and that involves sheet music. So if we take a look back even further at this mod, let's see, music. You have this sheet music, right? That we can open up and place notes in, and it'll play it. Like, so you can pretty much write your own music, right? And then sign the music. You can set your tempo, so you can have this go way faster than this. So if this ain't your speed, of course, you can always up the speed and or change the octaves. And you can have multiple notes, I think, on one line. No, maybe not. So definitely can't have multiple notes. Unless this is also... Nope, it's just a second line. So yeah, you can write your own sheet music. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to see if I can dabble with this a little bit and come up with a nice little tune for you guys. So I think I have this little ditty done. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. And... memes. Yes. Know the music, sign the music. It will no longer be editable. Sign and close. Ooh, musician. So how does this work? We can play it, right? Okay, before I play it, I want to see... Okay, I did see there was like a music box. Can I put it in the music box and play the music this way? Play it. How do you play it? A lever, maybe? I want the music to play. Options, sound, jukebox, music notes. Crank that up. Why am I not hearing it? Oh, please tell me I can get it back. Oh no. Oh no, did it just... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It erased it. No! You have no idea how long I just worked on that. And it just deleted it. Oh, thank goodness it didn't delete it. It just showed it. I broke the block and it gave me it back. Oh, how's this supposed to work? How's the music box work? I don't know. See, this is... I was hoping there was more documentation. I don't know if, it depends on the instrument in your inventory. Depends on, like, what this sheet plays. I'll go ahead and play the sheet, so you guys can enjoy the memes as well. Oh yeah. Here's the good part. The rules, and so do I. Okay. All right. That's enough memes. That's enough memes for today. But yeah, that surprisingly took a long time to set up. And it doesn't play this. I don't know, like, if the music box is supposed to play. I know you can write the music down, but I don't know. Pretty cool. The drum kit I've not tried. We could try it if we have the stuff for it. Oh, it needs very expensive cymbals, drums, and voila, we have a drum kit. Oh. Oh, that's where the bass is at. Ooh. There's no way I'd be able to make a beat with that like this, but it's pretty cool. Like it's still kind of an interesting little thing. I kind of like the memes. If you join this world, if you're a Patreon and you do join in this world, which by the way, this world is downloadable by you guys. So if you are a Patreon, be sure to download this world. Check out this meme song. It is pretty interesting. It will be in the storage here, or I might actually, I'll probably have it in the chest. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. So guys, I know today has been a very interesting episode where we kind of touch base on some of the hidden gems that I believe are in this pack. And I definitely wanted to do that on episode 20. And plus, this world is up for downloads if you guys are a Patreon of any tier. Any tier, even the $1 tier gets you access. Of course, the higher tiers do get you access to sub-servers and things like that. Special Discord perks on our beautiful Discord. If you haven't been on there, please join. You don't have to even be a Patreon to join. It's actually open to everyone, believe it or not. But anyways, guys, I want to give a huge thanks to one of those Patreons, that one of these gracious people that sponsor the videos that I make. I really do appreciate you. And that is going to go out to Brandon. Brandon, thank you so much for your amazing support. Of course, we're going to use all these fancy tools. I still can't get over the punching mechanic. It's just super amazing. Anyways, guys, if you want to become a Patreon, of course, you can find that linked down in the description below. I would really appreciate you checking it out. Also, like I said, I do live stream on Twitch, and be sure to download this world. Of course, you can let me know all about it if you modify it or anything like that. Let me know over the Discord. I'd love to see some screenshots if you find anything interesting. Of course, you can always show me there as well. Guys, I hope to see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.